In a world that knows no stillness, solitude becomes a secret gateway, one only the brave may enter. Whether you seek solitude consciously or life thrusts you into isolation against your will, those moments of deep silence are not a retreat, but a return inward. Solitude is not absence. It is full presence in a land unseen, a realm of the soul. In your inner world, endless expanses of awareness unfold, untouched by footsteps or the clamor of the outside. And so, the question arises, how can solitude save us when we mistake it for a threat? Solitude is not an escape from reality, but a plunge into the depths of truth. It is the mirror where we face our hidden selves, the voice we hear when the world falls silent. In solitude, we learn the language of our souls. We touch the human experience in all its dimensions, its pain, its light, its burning, and its rebirth from ashes. Here, we realize something greater. We are not separate. We are drops of water awakening to the ocean we've always been. Solitude does not divide us. It unites us with our highest purpose. And from that place, creativity stirs from its slumber. Many confuse solitude with loneliness, but between them lies an abyss. Loneliness is alienation amidst a crowd. Solitude is intimacy with oneself. In loneliness, the heart feels absence despite the noise. In solitude, presence is revealed despite the silence. Loneliness distorts our inner reflection, making us doubt our very being. We fear ourselves, but solitude is the clear mirror where we see the purity of our souls, unclouded, undistorted. Loneliness is heavy, suffocating, a void that consumes existence. Solitude is light as air, a stillness that does not tempt escape, but invites you to sit, to listen, to remember. From solitude, honesty is born. It strips away all masks and frees you from the theater of social performance. In that inner emptiness, you become free for the first time, free from judgments, free from expectations, free from the need to be what others demand. Solitude is not withdrawal from society, but a temporary separation from noise, so you may remember who you are when no one is watching. Have you ever wondered why we fear being alone? Why we rush toward any sound, any screen, any person, just to avoid ourselves? There is a hidden hunger within us, one that cannot be satisfied by food, success, or relationships. It is the hunger of being. Modern culture turns us into machines of achievement, producing, accomplishing, accumulating, proving. Yet amid it all, we never stop running, as if fleeing something unknown. That something is the void, the emptiness we left behind when we abandoned ourselves. This is why solitude becomes a revolutionary act. Yes, to sit with yourself in silence is the greatest spiritual rebellion of our age. In those moments, you begin to peel back the layers, the who I should be, the how others see me, the am I enough? Until you reach the core, the part of you untouched by false lights and loud noises. There, you begin to feel alone, not as estrangement, but as oneness with everything. You hear the universe's pulse within and understand that what you sought outside was always inside, waiting for the moment of stillness to emerge. There is a strange stage in solitude, a moment when it seems you've lost everything, people, sounds, safety, even yourself. But that moment is not the end. It is the threshold. The outer voices fade, and something else rises, a whisper from within, one you've never heard before. Not because it wasn't there, but because the noise was louder. That whisper is the call of your true self, the self not shaped by applause or societal standards, but by the essence of light within you. How many of us have known ourselves only through others' eyes? How many have spent years playing a role they never chose, just to meet expectations? Solitude returns you to your truth, like a star realigning with its orbit, like a pulse returning to its rhythm. But it demands courage. When you enter the depths of solitude, you do not face others. You face the self you've spent a lifetime escaping. There, before the mirror, you realize, I was always here, buried under borrowed light. Solitude does not just show you yourself, it separates you from all that is not you. Like a face revealed in dim light, your true identity emerges as the glare of expectations fades. The deeper you go, the more you discover. Solitude is not a state, but a landmark, one that teaches not with words, but with silence. In its presence, buried memories resurface, unspoken emotions rise, and the questions you fled confront you. Yet this is not a burden. It is the beginning of purification. When external lights dim, the shadows speak. There, liberation begins. Every time you searched for meaning, for peace, for a decisive answer, those moments were whispering one thing: return to yourself first, then move forward. Solitude grants you that return, not to the past, but to the starting point before the distortion. Here, you reclaim not just the decision of what to do, but who you are and why you walk this path alone. Stripped of noise, your purpose clarifies, not because you invented it, but because you discovered it within, as if it had been waiting for you. The path becomes a choice of the soul, not habit. The deeper you dive, the more you see yourself not as a person, but as a cosmic essence. In solitude, you cease to define yourself by job titles, age, or past stories. Instead, you glimpse the seed of something greater, an unfinished possibility, waiting to be watered by light. Here arise the questions people dare not ask in the crowd. Who would I be if no one told me? What would I do if no audience awaited my next move? Who am I before names, categories, and context? Solitude reshapes you, not as a social identity, but as a soul seeking itself. The gap between what you truly want and what you once thought was duty becomes clear. You hear your inner voice, not the one trained to please, and see the world not just as it is, but as your soul perceives it. This is the gateway to imagination. Solitude is not just contemplation of what is, it is an invitation to what could be. Here, the mind transcends its limits. The chains of time, space, and comparison dissolve. When you enter your depths, you begin to create your reality anew. Everything in existence hints but does not reveal, except to those who first find silence within. In solitude, you no longer observe life from the outside. You feel the universe moving in your language as if you've returned to speaking with life as we once did, before words. Everything becomes a message: the breeze, the shift of light, a fleeting melody in your silence. When you quiet the inner noise, nature speaks to you again. This is the energetic essence of solitude. It returns you to your soul's original frequency, the note upon which you were created. The closer you are to your silence, the closer you are to inspiration. And the closer you are to inspiration, the more you understand your existence is no accident. From here, silence becomes a means of connection, not disconnection. Solitude becomes a space to receive your luminous signals. In moments of clarity, you realize the soul within you is tied to the same soul beating in others. There is no true separation, only the noise that obscured the unity of all things. Solitude does not isolate you from people. It dismantles the illusion that divided you. It returns us to the origin, the one soul that branched out and now seeks its return. There is a moment in solitude unlike any other, a moment that cannot be spoken or written, only lived. A moment when you realize every journey outward was always a path back to your original self. You do not weep because you are sad. You weep because you remembered. You remembered who you were before they told you, before the conditioning, the programming, the directions. You remembered the primordial covenant. Am I not your Lord? Yes, we testify. This is not a mental memory, but a tremor in the heart, like light returning to its place. Here, solitude becomes a ritual, not withdrawal, but remembrance. Every silence is a prostration without form. Every breath is a prayer without tongue. Every seclusion is a meeting, not just with the self, but with the one who breathed life into you. Solitude at this depth is not just a spiritual moment. It is an altar for those who choose to live awake. We need not change everything. We need only remember who we were before we forgot. After passing through the darkness of revelation and touching the light of remembrance, you do not return as you were. The world no longer looks the same. Solitude does not keep you there forever. It sends you back, but with a new compass, an inner voice that cannot be silenced. Now, when you return to people, You do not come as one seeking to fill a void. You come as one who knows their fullness and wishes to give it. Every relationship, every work, every word becomes a reflection of what was born within you during solitude. You begin to choose consciously. You say no without guilt. You say yes because your heart means it, not because others wanted it. You create. You do not repeat. You do not mimic. Solitude does not leave you isolated. It returns you to the world as a maker, not a follower. You build from the inside out. You plant seeds in reality that were once mere flashes in your silence. This is the moment when imagination becomes a tool, intention becomes law, and the soul becomes the guide. You emerge from solitude, not to return as you were, but to reshape the world as it ought to be. Do not say, "It is finished." Solitude does not end. It transforms within you into a station. A station you do not enter with your feet, but awaken each time you settle, each time you close your eyes with awareness. Now you remember. You must guard the flicker in your heart. Those who emerge from the depths of silence do not speak as before. They utter a different note, one only tasted souls can hear. Do not spread what you've learned as words. Be it. Do not explain the light. Act as if you are the light itself, walking among people. Let your next actions be as if God sees them in you, as if all existence watches, waiting to learn what it means to remember. Not with weapons, not with words, but with a silence so majestic it holds all of history, all the prophets, all the universes. Now, when you walk, you do not tread upon the earth alone. You walk inside time, carrying the first memory, the one that predates you. You are not a new voice. You are the ancient voice that got lost in the noise and now has returned. Go forth, not as a preacher, not as a leader, not as a savior, but as a flame that climbed out of a deep well and refused to be extinguished. Go and leave a spark in everyone you touch.